Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Trevor, and welcome to my channel. Being normal sucks. Um, this this channel has been a long time coming. I thought long and hard about doing a channel on, you know, um, the power of awareness and manifestation and awakening. And there's so many people on YouTube that talk about this particular subject, and um, you know a lot of them are a lot of them are good stuff. I listen to a lot of people on YouTube, and what I noticed though is that they seem to talk about certain techniques, being what to use, and um, this is what works. And I wanted to make a channel that was more direct, more in reality per se, because pretty much anything you do, any technique that you do will work if you believe it works. All right. If you affirm, if you drink water and talk to it at night, if you burn sage and you believe that works, then it works. Whatever technique you believe works is going to work. So I wanted to create this channel to talk about my experiences in my life. I've been going through a long process of awakening, and a lot of people don't understand what that is, or they have a misconception of what an awakening is. An awakening is not, you becoming this esoteric, enlightened, church-going, spiritual individual. No, awakening is actually the death of the false self, the death of your ego. And when you kill your ego, when the ego dies, because your ego is darkness, because your ego is all about self and self-preservation. And so when you kill that ego, that's what lets the light in. And that's what awareness is. It's not, oh, you wake up one day and all of a sudden you're more compassionate, more loving. That's not what awakening is. And it's not a glorious process either. I'll talk about my experience over the past few years of what I've done, what I went through, and what I experienced, and what I used in my life to help me get back to where I remember myself to be. And I use that word remember for a reason, and I'll expand on that later. But the channel is just to bring a more down-to-earth perspective on these subjects, whether you're trying to manifest a career, a better business, a loving relationship, more money. Any technique can work if you believe it. So what I use may not, work for you because you don't believe it, and that's fine. But find someone that you believe in and follow their techniques. And then what will happen is you'll grow to curate and develop your own. Like, I love Neville Goddard. A lot of people don't like him. I love Carl Jung. A lot of people don't like him. I love, Florence Scovel Shinn. A lot of people don't like her because most of their techniques, they differ in some ways, but they all have a very underlying foundation that is similar, and that is you are what you believe you are. And so I'm excited about this channel. I don't know if any of y'all will even watch this first video, but I plan to do videos probably once a day, talk about my experiences, talk about techniques I've used. I'll share with you certain things that I've done in my life. One thing I want to share with you guys is something I learned and did as a speaker, which is called the results model. And what the results model is, it's a breakdown of the process of how you process information, because your reality, what you get from life, is not necessarily what life gives you, but it is more so of how you process what life is giving you. And so if you don't know how you're processing information, then what shows up? Anything, right? And sometimes, or a lot of times, it's the things you don't like. So if you can understand how you process information, and to shift that paradigm, shift that perspective, shift that perception, that's how your results will change. So I'm excited about the channel. You know, I'm not a religious guy. Okay, I do believe in God, do believe in Jesus. Yes, I do. I do believe the Bible, all that stuff. But I'm more of a spiritual individual because I'm grounded in what most people aren't, and that's truth. Okay, I don't believe in just religious genre or jargon, because some religious beliefs have too many holes in them. But what that doesn't have any holes is truth. So most, if not no, all my videos will come from truth, and they'll come from personal perspective, personal things I've done, and I'm gonna talk to you like a real person. I do curse, and if that bothers you, oh the fuck well. But you're gonna learn a lot from my experience. And I always say experience is something that either you learn it either from reading it yourself, or absorbing it through someone else's experience. So I want to give you a lot of experience here, as far as what I know that works for me, that could work for you if you apply it. So again, welcome to my channel. A lot of this stuff is not going to be normally accepted, and that's fine, because how many of you are living life now in a normal way? You hate this shit. All right, so why live your life in a normal way? Because being normal sucks. And so you will enjoy these videos. You will enjoy my perspective on things, and that's all it is a perspective. It will allow you to discern what works for you and what will not work for you. But the more information you have, the more that you can draw from, the more simpler this life can be. Because life can be simple, but just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. And at the same time, just because something is easy doesn't mean it's going to be simple. So again, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna post every day, and I truly do hope that you guys will like, share, and subscribe, and let's see where this thing goes. Thanks for listening.